All right, the Florida Orchestra fuses art with music and a multimedia experience inspired by Strauss's Don Quixote, synchronized to the live orchestra. It's going to be this weekend. Kelly Smith, Ken Park join me with the details. This is a lot to kind of wrap our head around, but this is so cool and so unique.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having us. So this weekend, what you'll see at the Florida Orchestra is something you're not going to see at any other orchestra anywhere. So it'll be the classic piece of Strauss's Don Quixote, played live by the orchestra. But on the big screen will be a sort of an art film, which will feature our new visual artist in residence, which we also think no other orchestra has, that has done paintings that tell the story of Don Quixote. And he's been doing these paintings one over the other, and we've been taking footage of it, which is where Ken
Is this some of the footage here? What is that we're looking at? Okay.
Yes.
So this is fascinating to me, and the best way to kind of describe it too is almost like a music video. I think we all fall in love
like
with
a
music
mashup.
videos. Yeah.
And what's interesting about it is you got 4 artists all interpreting a piece. So you have the conductor, Michael Francis, presenting obviously the oral experience. And then you have the painter, Jeff Strick, who's basically painting one after another on the same canvas, consecutive paintings as he hears the story unfold. So then he wipes it clean and goes to the next one, and wipes it clean.
So when was actually this done? How long ago?
Over the last month and a half, he's been painting, probably over 40 different paintings he's painted.
And he's been listening to the music
He listens to the music, he's inspired by it. Then there's a photographer and a videographer that are capturing that moment. So you might see his brush stroke. You might see the actual piece inside of the studio. Different aspects of their eye capture that moment. And then the video editing crew puts it together in kind of an art film. So now everything's coming together as a juxtaposition of 4 different creative interpretations of Strauss's piece, and it becomes something that you've never seen before. It's like a new way of innovating the orchestra.
Well, and it's so interesting. You know, I come from a family of artists. My dad is an artist, and I feel like art and music go so much hand in hand.
Absolutely.
There's very few artists I feel that are doing art and not listening to music, or that don't enjoy music. I mean, this has just got to be a cool way to showcase that, and how they marry each other.
And this is a way that even if you know Strauss's Don Quixote really well, I mean, it's a classic piece, it's a whole new way to engage with that same music, because we're providing the visuals, which also tell a story. So they all really work, you know, hand in hand.
And it's still, I think, for the person who's watching and listening, it's still for their own way to impersonate, right? I mean, it's not a black and white story.
To have a storyline kind of emerge that you can interpret on your own, but still tell the sequence. And it's just a very special moment.
Now, because this is so unique and so different, I'm assuming that people will probably more kind of understand it once they go.
Absolutely.
I think people are I know they're gonna love it, and then they're just gonna want more. Are we prepared for that? Is that kind of the future of maybe where this can go?
Absolutely. We did a similar piece to this with Transfigured Night last season, and it was such a huge success. This is a bigger production by far. Strauss's Don Quixote is about 40 minutes. It has a cello soloist, Max Hornung, who's fantastic. So that also will figure into telling the story. So all of those things are going to work together.
Well, there are all the details now to get your tickets. Again, I think this is just going to be so cool. Thanks for coming in, sharing the details. And again, we'll look forward to see what other projects are up the pipeline after this. So thank you both so much.